My sister took everything from me, but I took back the one thing she thought was untouchable. They gave her everything. The company, praise, the future, and they left me with nothing but silence. She smiled as she took credit for the life I built, piece by piece, while they applauded her. But what none of them realized was that I don't stay broken. She thought she'd erased me. So I rewrote the ending, in ink she couldn't wash away. I was born exactly 3 years after my sister Melissa. From day one she was the star. The first to walk. The first to win a spelling bee. The first to have her name printed on the family Christmas cards in gold foil. Me. I was Daniel. Quiet. Unnoticed. Necessary but never celebrated. I wasn't the prodigy or the pride. I was the afterthought. When we got older, our parents started a small interior design business. As soon as we were old enough, they brought both of us in. Melissa handled the clients. I handled the work. She was the face. I was the hands. We were technically partners, but in reality, Melissa got the spotlight. She presented my designs, quoted my ideas, and laughed at jokes I had written in the margins of mood boards. And when people clapped for her brilliance, she never once looked my way. Still I stayed quiet. I told myself the work mattered more than the credit. But that belief cracked the day our parents officially stepped down and named Melissa CEO. No conversation. No debate. Not even a warning. They just handed her the title and gave me a polite pat on the back. What hurt most wasn't the decision. It was the party. Melissa threw a private celebration for the staff, complete with champagne, a balloon wall, and a cake that read, "Here's to the real visionary." I saw it on Instagram. She didn't even tell me. But I kept working. I improved our back-end systems. I secured new vendor relationships. I even trained new designers who were now being told Melissa had mentored them. I made her look competent, and she made me invisible. Until one rainy Thursday morning, I arrived at the office, and my keycard didn't work. Security told me I'd been removed from the system. I thought it was a glitch. Then I checked my email. There it was. A 5-sentence message from my sister. Subject: termination of partnership. Body: effective immediately, your access to Monroe Interiors has been revoked. Thank you for your service. No call. No meeting. Just exile. She used a clause in the contract to cut me out completely. Something about executive inactivity and strategic misalignment. In reality, she wanted full credit with none of the shadow I cast behind her. I didn't reply. I didn't beg. I didn't even breathe heavy. I just opened my laptop and got to work. Because what Melissa didn't know was that I'd already seen this coming. Years ago, I had quietly started building a second brand, using a different name, different LLC, and designs I'd never shared with Monroe Interiors. It wasn't theft. It was mine. My sketches, my code, my suppliers, my vision. It was everything I'd built while she was too busy taking credit for my work to notice I'd stopped giving it to her. The brand was smaller, but stronger, and the clients I had built relationships with, the ones who trusted my work, even if they couldn't remember my name, they followed. I didn't poach anyone. I just launched. Within 48 hours, Monroe Interiors began hemorrhaging clients. One by one they shifted over, some quietly, some angrily. They wanted their designs. They wanted their results. And they finally knew who had given them both. Melissa panicked. She called meetings. She hired PR. She even sent me a cease and desist letter claiming intellectual theft. But I had the proof. Timestamps, contracts, screenshots, witnesses. My lawyer sent her a box. She didn't try again. Her brand spiraled. Her Instagram turned quiet. Her staff started quitting. The flagship location closed. And 6 months later I bought the lease. Under my new brand name. I didn't throw a party. I just opened the doors. And people came. Former clients. Former critics. Even old family friends who once said I wasn't leadership material. They saw the studio. They saw the work. And they saw me. Not behind anyone, not in the background, but at the front. Melissa showed up. She stood across the street, watching through the glass. She didn't come in. She didn't say a word. And I didn't wave. Because this wasn't revenge. This was reclamation. She took my seat. So I built my own table. She erased my name. So I carved it into the foundation. And the one thing she thought was untouchable. Me. Few